Hey guys, welcome back to Three Terrible Gamers. This is episode 38. I'm here with Colin as always.
Hey guys.
Happy Tears of the Kingdom Day to everybody out there and to you as well, Colin.
Yeah, especially for those who are listening live.
Yep. Today's the big day and yep, finally get to play it. All right, but let's go ahead and talk about Tears of the Kingdom extra bonus for if you pre-ordered it through Target.
Uh, from what I've seen, you pretty much just get a fancy fanny pack, which I mean is still a nice addition. I know GameStop was doing like rupees and a little mini Hylian shield. So I
Yeah.
mean, it's if fanny packs are your thing, and Target pretty much, well, I don't know how long Targets are usually open for, but pretty much the end of the day of them opening and while supplies last,
Right.
Target is giving out those with the game today and today only.
Yep. Yeah, so um purchase The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom in store at Target on release day and receive a free adventure hit pack while supplies last. Yeah, basically a fancy, you know, purse, I guess, man purse. Um, but other places, like you said, were doing pre-orders. Walmart, I believe, was doing like a plaque or something like that.
Hmm.
But where I pre-ordered mine, Amazon didn't didn't do anything special. I wanted the collector's edition, but of course it's sold out. It was sold out when I pre-ordered mine, so there's that.
Nintendo didn't even do anything special with the digital pass. That's
No,
what I got mine on.
yeah. Here she is, very beautiful, still sealed. But so
You know, affiliate link.
yes, I did. I used our affiliate link. Amazon almost screwed up. I was about to boycott them because all all the way until yesterday it said it was going to be here on the 12th, which is today, day of recording, and then all of a sudden yesterday they said, "Oh, it's not going to be here till Wednesday, March 17th." I'm like, "Amazon, that ain't going to work. I'm going to call you out. I'm going to boycott you. Never buy anything from you again." But then they straightened up and delivered it today, so I don't have to boycott them.
That's right.
I wouldn't anyway, but I would have thought about it. All right, moving on. Game Pass games for the month of May.
There's quite a few new ones that's popped out this month.
Yep.
Well, are going to be popping out. A couple of them already have,
Yeah.
but the rest of them will pop out in the future. Starting on May 2nd, Redfall came for console, PC, and cloud. Ravenlock came out on May 4th for console, PC, and cloud. Weird West Definitive Edition came out on May 8th for console, specifically the X and S
Yep.
series. Uh, Shadowrun Trilogy came out on May 9th for PC. Fuga Melodies of Steel 2 came out yesterday at time of recording for console and PC. Amnesia Debunker will come out on May 23rd on console. Planet of Lena, May 23rd, console, PC, and cloud. Railway, yeah. Empire 2, May 25th for console and PC. And Far World Pioneers on May 30th for console and PC.
Yeah, so like Colin said, quite a bit here. Obviously, the big one, or supposed to be a big one, was Redfall, but we talked about that last week, how poorly it's been rated. Um, I've heard of Ravenlock, but I've never played it. Um, I think the rest of them I've never even heard of. Have you heard of any of them besides Redfall?
No, I haven't. Yeah, Redfall is the only one I had heard of. I hadn't even heard of Ravenlock.
I've heard of it, but I couldn't even tell you what it is. But I know I've heard the name before. Yeah, so a bunch of new games. If you have Game Pass, go check them out. Even Redfall, if you want. to try that experience.
You guys might be able to draw up the Metacritic score for it,
Yeah, exactly.
or drive it down even further. Don't really matter to me.
I don't even know what it sets at right now. Last I looked, what was it, a 62 or something?
I think mine was a 58 whenever we talked
58.
about it, if my
Mine,
memory serves me correct.
yeah, mine was a 62, and yours was a 58, I believe. Not good either way, so we'll go ahead and move on. Xbox Games Showcase set for June 11th.
Yes, set for June 11th. The Xbox Game Showcase will be live streamed on June 11th at 10 a.m. Pacific time, so 7 a.m. over here on the East Coast. Immediately after the showcase, they'll be airing Starfield Direct, a deep dive into the Bethesda. I can never pronounce their names. Bethesda
Bethesda.
Game Studios highly anticipated sci-fi RPG, which we've mentioned before. Uh, and then there's going to be supposedly new surprises and first looks from incredibly talented internal studios and many creative partners around the world. This is the day for gamers have been waiting for to see what it is coming to Xbox PC and Game Pass. That was pretty much Xbox's explanation on what to expect
Right.
from the thing.
Yeah, so, yeah, like Colin said, a Starfield Direct will follow immediately after. That's Redfall and Starfield were Microsoft's big games this year. Redfall obviously hasn't done so hot so far anyway, and Starfield was supposed to come out first half of this year, and then they delayed it till September, I believe, September 6th. Yep, to September 6th. So I'm hoping that Bethesda and Microsoft will get Starfield right because obviously they failed with Redfall. Which when you're a
They'll still
com,
make their money from it as much as what they anticipated.
yeah, they'll still get their money and it'll sell, but it's just a big first party title from Microsoft in years. I mean, it's been a long time since I've had a good big first party title, and then it releases in this state, which a company nicknamed Bugthesda. I mean, that's what you're going to get, I guess. But I figured when Microsoft bought them, they would change their ways, maybe, but obviously not. Hopefully, they don't mess up Starfield. Maybe that's why they delayed it, is because it was going to release in first half, and there's like, yeah, it's too buggy. You need to fix the game some. So hopefully that's the case, and we'll fix it.
Yep, don't don't do what Redfall done or Cyberpunk.
Yeah, Cyberpunk. Seems like more and more games are acting like Cyberpunk,
Yeah,
releasing in terrible
especially
bug states and just awful.
trying to appease the community too soon.
All it
Which I
does
mean, I
is bite
understand
them.
to an out of your fans, but if you're going to release a broken game, it's better off just to hold off.
Exactly. That's what Nintendo does. That's why Tears of the Kingdom, for example, it was delayed. It was supposed to come out last year, and it was delayed until today. And a lot of people were upset, but Nintendo's not like other companies. They're not going to just release it because they'll make money. They're going to make money from it regardless. And they're okay with making that money later instead of releasing it in an awful state and leaving a bad taste in consumers' mouth.
That's for sure.
But also, it's rumored that at the Xbox Game Showcase, they will show other games as well, like maybe even the new Forza Motorsport. But that's just rumor. It's not been confirmed by Microsoft or Xbox. At this time, we'll keep you guys up to date if we hear anything. That's for sure coming to the showcase. But that's one that I did hear was Forza Motorsport, the newest one, might show up there.
That would be about right timing wise because Horizon came out last year.
Right. Yep. What are they up to? 8 now? Forza Motorsport 8?
8 or 9.
8 or 9? Yeah, I know there's quite a bit of them. Forza Motorsport, it's okay. Horizon is better in my opinion because it's more open world.
It's a
Motorsport
world.
is race to race to race, while Forza Horizon you just do whatever you want between races.
Yep. Yeah, I definitely like the Horizon concept better than Motorsports. But if you're just in the straight, just racing and not really exploring, then yeah, Motorsports is probably more up your alley.
Right. I mean, I may still I won't pick it up, but I may get Game Pass eventually if they come out with that family package out here in the U.S.
Not just pay for mine for
No,
free.
no, no, it's not for me. Not anymore. You got your money out of me, or yeah, whatever.
Not bad, I didn't even try.
I know.
I
All
didn't have
right.
to sneak around, but the Justin just was like, "Yeah, here."
Well,
So
no, not
I'm still
really.
getting charged
I didn't know
more.
why Microsoft was charging me every month. I didn't know what they was charging me for, and it's like, oh, Colin used my credit card for Game Pass.
No, well, you technically done it for $1, and you just forgot to cancel it, or tell me to cancel it.
I forgot that. Should have to tell you to cancel it. Okay.
I mean, you know my memory. I completely forgot you hadn't even done anything with
Well,
it.
obviously I did too. That's all right. That was,
Wasn't a,
yeah, it's all right.
still a small running joke with us now.
Yeah. All right. So, part of the Microsoft and Activision deal, Nintendo is ordered to testify in court about the matter.
Yeah, supposedly the subpoena was delivered too late for Nintendo to do anything with it, hence why they didn't want to show up to court. Not that they really cared to show up, but like I said, if you get something delivered late to you, then you can't really make it per se. But that's not how subpoenas work.
Yeah,
But
right.
no, in the first place. But once you're higher up and everything else with the business aspect of things, you don't really think about those things where you think that your money can pay it off when in reality that's still not how the legal system works.
Right.
But Judge D. Michael Chappell, yeah, it's Chappell. It just has two P's instead of a normal one P.
Right.
Has the Nintendo of America's motion to quash a subpoena for testimony and ruled that Nintendo executive Steve Singer must testify before the FTC's complaint council in the agency's lawsuit against Microsoft Activision merger. So, yeah, it's just, I mean, I guess the FTC's in with it now opposed to just the CMA, which obviously the CMA was more towards the UK side of it, and the FTC is more pretty much the America's uh, CMA
Right.
when it comes to that type of stuff for the competitive market in between games.
Yeah. So, Nintendo tried to get out of it, but, they were denied. They have to testify. I'm not sure what other companies have to testify. I just heard Nintendo, but I'm not sure how much they'll say. Like, I don't know if they would be on Microsoft's side at this point, or they'll just be like, hey, we made a deal. We don't really, it's not our say so. You guys figure it out. But, or maybe they'll say, yeah, we want Call of Duty on the Switch. We want this deal to go through. We want all these games to come to our system and our platform. You never know what Nintendo's going to do.
I mean, the best thing for Nintendo to do is to own up to it and be like, yeah, we do want it that way. Yeah, we're trying to help with it, obviously, because there's only one company against it, as we mentioned so many times before.
Right.
Literally, there's just one company that's against the whole entire thing, and literally everybody else is on board with it.
Why don't we call
So,
them to court?
well, I mean, they'll eventually get there just because it'll pretty much be the when PlayStation goes to court, that'll pretty much be a deciding factor of how the deal goes through.
Yeah.
But like I said, with Nintendo being subpoenaed for it, they're trying to get to see what case Microsoft has just against PlayStation in general. I'm pretty sure that's how this case is going to play out on the merger getting passed over here.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say Nintendo most likely will say, "Hey, yeah, we want it. Obviously, we made a deal with them. I mean, we want that deal to go through. You're the one standing in the way. You're one of the ones standing in the way of our deal going through. Yeah, we want it. I mean, why wouldn't we want Call of Duty on our platform? Other games that aren't on there yet on our platform. If Microsoft is willing to share their games that they bought, why would you stand in their way
Hmm.
for one company?"
But they'll still make their money from it regardless.
Yeah, exactly. I don't see what Sony's big issue is. They'll still make money, at least for the next 10 years if they accept the deal.
Yeah, because they would still, I mean, even in the game sales, they may not get as big of a profit margin as what they would anticipate to get from it, but they would still get margin for the game selling on PlayStation networks.
Exactly. Sony's just, you know how they are. They
And
they
I
don't
mean,
play
especially
fair with
Call of Duty
anybody.
sell. I mean, the over Activision games, are hit or miss with how much they sell, but Call of Duty sell every single time they
Every single
release.
time on every platform they're released on. PC, Xbox, PlayStation, they all sell. No matter what platform it's on, it sells.
Mhm.
If it would come to the Switch, it would sell
Probably sell more than anybody else on the Switch.
because there's more Switches out there than any other console at the moment.
Exactly.
A lot more.
Granted, I'm pretty sure most people would have a Switch more than likely has one of the other two consoles. But
Maybe.
the difference is, like I said, if Xbox gets it, it'll be a Game Pass thing. You won't officially have to pay for it anymore on Xbox if you have the Game Pass,
Right. I mean,
which like you pair well with the family plan.
yeah. If I had a choice between, because I have an Xbox, you have an Xbox, if I had a choice between buying it for the Xbox or the Switch, I'd buy it for the Switch. That way I can take it anywhere if I need to and play Call of Duty. I don't care if it doesn't
Maybe,
look as good or if it only runs 30 frames per second. It's still Call of Duty on the Switch to me.
yeah. I mean, I mean, technically be at a slight disadvantage, but it's not game changing. And that's even if you decide to play online. You don't have to play online with it. You can get it just for the campaign. I mean, I know people do that.
Right. And they could even limit it to where Switch players only play with Switch players if they want to. I mean, they have that in settings to where you don't play against other consoles.
Like same reason how I mean same how their mobile app worked. You're not going to be on the mobile app, their Call of Duty mobile and playing against console players. It's
Right.
just not how that. I mean, obviously the capabilities there to make it specific to one task or one console rather.
Yeah, I mean it's in the settings. It used to be in the settings anyway for the original Warzone. I'm sure it's in the settings for the new one as well. So I mean it's not too far of a stretch to do that if you need to, or if you want to, leave it to the player's option. I mean obviously they'll be at a disadvantage if they're running 60 frames per second and you 30 frames per second, but Fortnite does that, and I don't even think there's a way to switch it on Fortnite.
I don't think so.
And I mean, still we still get wins, so it's not that much of a difference. If that's what you're used to playing, your reactions will still be pretty good compared to the others as well. So
Yeah.
it's not that big of a deal.
Let's eliminate the common enemy here, and that's PC players.
Yeah, yeah, ban them. They're a bunch of cheaters. Bunch of cheaters with their lag switches and whatever else they got.
Fashion's excuse for any time we lose anything. They got the lag switch going on.
They do. I know they do. They had it on Warzone on Plunder the other day when we was playing. That's the only reason we kept losing.
That's right.
It just sucked. It's why we're the terrible gamers. But
Got to have a good excuse occasionally.
that's right. All right, we talked about a few weeks ago about the Nintendo Live event, and it now has an official date or dates.
Yeah, from September 1st until the 4th of 2023.
Yep,
The event will coincide with PAX West, and well, 2023. Obviously, it's same year. Already covered that one, which takes place in the Seattle Convention Center.
yep,
So if you're in the Washington area, well, Seattle, Washington area, because I mean, I guess there is technical several. I mean, there's Washington State and then Washington D.C., but
yeah,
out west, Seattle, Washington, if you're there or want to travel there, that's a good time to go.
yep. And we did get more updates on the ticket situation, so you can't just buy tickets to get in. It's more of a raffle. You put your name in, and they pick you out of a hat basically and tell you if you're picked to go or not. Which is kind of stupid. I'd rather just buy a ticket and be able to go, but you know, they do what they want, I guess.
Looking for a fun way to win up to 25 times your money this football season? Test your skills on Prize Picks, the most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. Just select two or more players, pick more or less on their projection for a wide variety of statistics, and place your entry. It's as easy as that. If you have the skills, you can turn $10 into $250 with just a few taps. Easy gameplay, quick withdrawals, and an enormous selection of players and stat options are what make Prize Picks the #1 daily fantasy sports app. Ready to test your skills? Join the Prize Picks community of more than 7 million football fans who have already signed up. Right now, Prize Picks will match your first deposit up to $100. Just visit prizepicks.com/get100 and use code GET100. That's code GET100 at prizepicks.com/get100 for a first deposit match up to $100. Prize Picks, daily fantasy sports made easy.
Yeah. So,
But yeah, I mean, that's one way of doing it. I mean, that's how you can technically control your audience.
when your population, well, how many people are there, and
Hmm.
and we got more updates on what exactly they're going to do. They're going to have games you can play. I'd say Tears of the Kingdom. They'll have a demo there you'll play, or like I said in the other Pikmin 4 probably will be out around that time, so they may have a demo or even the full game you can really play at that time. They'll have live stage performances. I don't know if they'll act out a play or if they'll. I'm not sure what they'll do. But they'll have photo ops or photo booths with different characters. I'm sure they might have mascots like Mario, Luigi, Zelda characters coming out you can take pictures with. They'll have a store for Nintendo exclusive merch and whatever other accessories you want. And then they'll have tournaments. So they're competitive games like Mario Kart. I'd say Splatoon 3 will be there. That's their competitive shooter. And they will have, I'd say, Smash tournaments as well.
Those are always fun.
Yep, they are. They are. All right.
And 2K.
What is it?
I said that in 2K tournaments.
2K tournaments are fun too. Yep. All right. Today, like we said earlier, is Tears of the Kingdom Day. And we have the ratings from Metacritic, and Colin usually has others as well.
Yeah. Well, actually, the only thing that was on there was Metacritic.
Oh, okay.
Whenever I went to research, so no one, even Nintendo Life, hasn't switched over to it yet, which is actually shocking.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure when Nintendo Life comes out, it'll be a 10 out of 10, just because how high the Metacritic is.
Usually anything Nintendo releases is 10 out of 10 for them.
Yeah. I don't know. It seems like there's kind of some sort of speculation right there what they should, but that's beyond me. But the Metacritic is a 96 compared to Breath of the Wild at a 97. But at the same time, this game is literally not even a full day old yet,
Right.
and of the time of recording, and not 6 years old like
Breath
Breath
of
of
the
the
Wild.
Wild.
Right.
So in the next 6 years, per se, if it has the same life cycle as Breath of the Wild, I say it'll probably go up to either a tie or 98 or possibly even a 99 from how the story's going so far.
Yeah, like Colin
I
said,
don't think, but
yeah.
it'll definitely hit. Like I said, obviously it's in the high 90s. It's not going to drop.
No, it shouldn't, unless you get people just being stupid and dropping it on purpose. But sometimes they do that. But yeah, like Colin said, it's a 96, and that's with 87 reviews as of when I done my research about 3 o'clock today. Got 86 positive and 1 mixed and 0 negative. The 1 mixed had it at a 60 for some reason, but they were still saying of how great a game it was. Not sure what happened there.
Just last second minute.
I don't know, but everybody's saying it's how a direct sequel should be. You know, sticking close to the original while being different in itself as well. It's still early, like Colin said. The user scores aren't even out yet because it came out just today. I'd say it'll end up being probably a 97, tying with its predecessor, Breath of the Wild, when it's all said and done. But it may stick at 96. I don't see it getting any lower than that.
Not a Nintendo mainstream title.
Not a Zelda.
Like I said, they put plenty of work into this game.
Oh yeah. Colin knows all about it.
Yes, I do. I've put in about 5 to 6 hours already, since most of them was after midnight.
I've put in about 5 minutes of this cover here. It's still sealed up.
He hasn't even inserted the disc yet.
Nope.
Or the
cartridge.
Little cartridge.
Yep, she's still sealed up. Haven't. She's probably got an update too. Yeah, I haven't popped her yet.
Oh no, that DLC was nice. It was already downloaded. I didn't have a no update or anything. I was mad. It wasn't at midnight. It was at 12:02 is when it let me kick it on.
You got to sue him for false advertisement.
That's right. They said midnight.
So they lied. Nintendo's lying. Right. They lie to their fans now.
2 minutes off. I'm suing.
That's right. You should.
It was a good 2-minute wait. It was
worth it.
I dozed off on the couch. I had my alarm set because I was going for it.
Your alarm set.
I slept like an hour before it kicked on.
Nice.
By the time I woke up and recuperated anyways, it was right around the time. But yeah, as soon as I clicked on to turn on, because the switch was already on, so I just, hit A to start. It's like, we got to check your Wi-Fi to see if you're capable of playing this game yet. I'm just like, okay, check. Nope, still not available. Okay. 2 minutes later, it's available. Kicked on. Okay. Started playing it.
Good. Yeah, I haven't got to yet, but I will. Maybe not tonight, because I got work tomorrow, but tomorrow after work, I'm going to be streaming it for sure. I was planning on streaming it today, but, getting home late and stuff. All right, we have time for probably one more. Tears of the Kingdom prediction. Collins, I already played the game, so no spoilers, of course, but what were your predictions before you played the game?
I mentioned it before, I thought, well, that's kind of a spoil. I'm just gonna say I was half right, half wrong on that Venom theory of where I was thinking that Link caused Zelda's issues and stuff, but comes finding out that I was only half right. I'm not telling you which half I was wrong on.
I'll figure it out.
Or which half I was right. You can figure it out for yourself in the first 20 minutes of gameplay. But the little bit of spoiler I will say is you technically don't wake up first like you do in every Zelda titles.
I predicted that you would.
You do not wake up right away. You do wake up like in every Zelda titles, but not right away.
Not right away like you usually would.
Yeah. Yes. That's the only spoiler I am throwing out there.
So I was half right there. that you do wake up, just not directly into the game.
Yeah.
Okay.
You directly start playing the game right instantaneously.
That's a different twist for Nintendo in a Zelda game.
Yeah. But with 5+ hours of putting it in, like I said, I'm in that 5-6 hour range, maybe a little bit more. I don't know. I have very little sleep on this. But other than that, so far how it's playing out, it seems like a normal, cut and dry Zelda game. It's the Zelda gets taken away somehow, some way, and gotta save her. That's pretty much how every Legend of Zelda plays out where Zelda's in the game.
Yeah. So was it worth the wait and worth the hype?
That's worth the money.
Worth the money? Okay.
Like I said, that's only 5 hours in. 5
Right.
hours in,
And I'm sure there's
times
still hundreds of hours worth of content left. Just
in,
like
2
Breath of the Wild.
Korok seeds out of who knows how many this time.
Probably like 1,300 or something.
Go 999 that way. The 1,000th one is another giant turd.
They better have something good for this instead of a big giant turd. That was completely stupid.
But 2 giant turds. So what's your predictions?
Well, I have two different types of predictions: the game itself and then the sales in the future. So I'll do the gameplay first. So don't tell me if I'm wrong, but as I'll figure it out when I play it. Okay, so I'll think that it'll take place like right after Breath of the Wild. So maybe not directly as soon as like at the end of Breath of the Wild. If you got all the memories, it says all one of the divine beasts messed up. Let's go check it out. I'm not saying it'll happen right then, but I'm saying like very shortly after. So maybe a year, if that, after. And also think that you remember the first time you woke up in the Shrine of Resurrection in Breath of the Wild, and then you run outside and see the whole overworld of Hyrule, the open world you can explore, that chill feeling, that excitement you felt when you seen that. I think there'll be a time of feeling in that in this game. Maybe not looking over the whole world, but some type of feeling that gets you excited to explore this new old Hyrule that you played in Breath of the Wild. So
I promise you that about the 10 or 15 minute mark.
okay.
That's a Colin stamp guaranteed because it's happened.
So that's a Colin guarantee.
Right around the 10-15 minute mark is when you'll hit that feeling like you did coming out of Tunnel in Breath of the Wild.
Okay. So yeah, I was right then. I feel that. All right. So without waking up. Okay. Yeah. So for the sales part, I think it will eventually outsell Breath of the Wild. I mean, I know Breath of the Wild is a launch title, but there's a ton of Switches out there, and there's going to be a ton more sold. I think it'll outsell it eventually. Maybe not, but I think it will.
I mean, definitely there, and the fan base is growing pretty much every single day.
Right.
The question is, in the next 3 days, is it going to outsell Splatoon in their first 3 days? That's the main question, which obviously you guys will find out next week when we cover it, because I promise you that'll be a topic, especially if it does happen.
I'm sure it will. I predict that it will. Because, I mean, the Splatoon series is a big series for Nintendo now, but Zelda's been a big series since the 80s. So, I mean, the hype's there for this game. I think it will.
Oh yeah, there ain't no doubt that Splatoon is definitely a new upcomer, but at the same time, Splatoon is pretty much a online-based game, as we've mentioned several times before.
Right.
But like I said, Legend of Zelda is Legend of Zelda. It's never going to disappoint.
Never. Unless you're Triforce Heroes.
Even her DS. Yeah, that's true.
But that wasn't a main. main Zelda game. It was more of a multiplayer type thing on the 3DS, so I don't count that as a Zelda game. Like, even that Hyrule Warriors games, I don't consider Zelda games. They're just spin-offs.
I mean, those are good.
Yeah,
Anyways,
I
I
mean,
like
yeah, they
Hyrule
are
Warriors.
good. I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying I don't consider them a Zelda game, you know?
No, I mean, and they're not even technically considered canon by Nintendo.
No, no. I mean, there's not.
Granted, I mean, I throw all the storylines into one storyline, so it's better than the Zelda Encyclopedia for sure, chronologically speaking. But uh, like I said, the reality is even Nintendo don't consider the Hyrule Warriors as canon.
Right. Well, the Age of Calamity, it was a prequel to Breath of the Wild. It tells a story before, so technically that one was the story was, but
Yeah.
but the actual Hyrule Warriors wasn't.
Only thing I just played a demo of
I did too.
Age of Calamity.
Yeah,
I have actual Hyrule Warriors.
yeah. I've played. I think your Hyrule Warriors before. I don't have it, but yeah, Age of Calamity was or is a predecessor or prequel to Breath of the Wild. So it is
And it was
canon.
100 years late.
Yeah, yeah. So that's the only one of the two that is. But that is all the time we have. So we'll have one topic left over for you next week, but it'll still be relevant until way later this year. I won't tell you when. But anyway, thanks for listening or watching. If you guys are watching us live or watching us on YouTube the Tuesday following. But yeah, so you guys can catch us live on Twitch and YouTube. It's always in the description. If you want to click that link and follow us and subscribe to us, we'd appreciate it, and we'd enjoy to have you live with us. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter. We have a TikTok, Colin does. We have merch at Redbubble, and we have a Kick as well. We don't stream live on it, but we have it if you want to follow us on there as well. Colin, did I miss anything?
No, I think that pretty much covers everything. Facebook and Instagram too, but like I
Yeah.
said, I don't really do much on those two at all, but
Right.
they do exist.
Yeah, they're there. Our Discord. You can chat with us on Discord, and that's where we will post any updates. Whether we're not going to have an episode one week for some reason, we'll have all of our updates in the chat on Discord. So if you're wondering what's going on, join our Discord and you'll know what's happening. If you don't join our Discord, you won't know what's happening. So if you want to stay
we
up to
can't necessarily record episodes to release to you guys on those things just because it may or may not be relevant. I don't want to give you guys, 4 months old news that we
Right.
pre-recorded 4 months ago
Exactly.
for, just a little bit. We want everything to be relevant every single week.
Right, exactly. So if you guys want any updates whatsoever or wondering what's up with us, join our Discord and you'll know. And we appreciate the chat with you guys.
That's for sure.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, as I said, and we'll catch you next week.
Later, guys.
Looking for a fun way to win up to 25 times your money this basketball season? Test your skills on Prize Picks, the most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. Just select 2 or more players, pick more or less on their projection for a wide variety of stats, and place your entry. It's as easy as that. If you have the skills, you can turn $10 into $250 with just a few taps. Easy gameplay, quick withdrawals, and injury insurance on your picks are what make Prize Picks the #1 daily fantasy sports app. Ready to test your skills? Join the Prize Picks community of more than 7 million players who have already signed up. Right now, Prize Picks will match your first deposit up to $100. Just visit prizepicks.com/get100 and use code GET100. That's code GET100 at prizepicks.com/get100 for a first deposit matchup to $100. Prize Picks, Daily fantasy sports made easy.